Hello everybody! Welcome back to Needle Workshop. My name is Emily and today I'll be showing you how to make Link's hat from Ocarina of Time. The pattern for this costume is available on our Etsy store, and if you are interested in purchasing it, you'll find the link to our store in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get started. Before getting into the tutorial, please take note of the following information. If you would like some clarity on some of the terms used in this tutorial, you can find all the definitions in the instruction manual provided with the pattern. For more info on how to take proper measurements and tweaking the pattern for your fit, you can also refer yourself to the instruction manual. Additionally, you'll find an array of useful information such as fabric and material suggestion, along with the tools used in this video. Also keep in mind that it is essential to make a mock-up in muslin or cheap cotton before making the costume in your real fabric. Not only does this allow you to ensure the fit is right for you, it will also allow you to make any adjustments directly onto the garment. Also important to keep in mind is that all your seam allowances are 1 centimeter wide. Unless specified otherwise, all pieces sewn together will be sewn 1 centimeter from the edge. To begin with, you'll need to cut out the following pieces. 1 pair of the side pieces in green fabric, and make sure to mark your darts on the wrong side of the fabric. 1 top piece in green fabric. 1 band piece in green fabric. 1 band piece in interfacing. Once the cutting is done, apply all interfacing pieces to the right green pieces. In this case, there is only one, and that is the interfacing band that must be applied to the green band. Use your iron on the appropriate level of heat for your fabric and iron the interfacing pieces onto the wrong side of the green fabric. Next, you'll need to overlock the following areas, ideally in a matching thread color. The side seams of the top piece, the upper side seam of the side pieces. After you have finished overlocking the pieces, feel free to give them a quick pass with the iron to flatten them out. If you do not own an overlock machine, you can use the zigzag function on your regular sewing machine. Next, you'll need to sew the darts on either side of the side pieces. To do so, fold the pieces onto itself, right side to right side. Make sure to align your notches and sew from the notches all the way to the marked dot. You do not need to backstitch, but rather keep sewing past your dot and leave a 1 to 2 centimeter long twisted stitch tail. Next, you'll need to sew the top edge of each side pieces to the sides of the top piece. Make sure to properly align all your notches and iron your seam allowances open once you're done. As a side note, every single one of your seams throughout this tutorial will need to be ironed open. If it is not mentioned, just take for granted that you still need to do it. Next, you'll be closing your hat by sewing the bottom edge of each side pieces together, right side to right side. It'll become pretty obvious here that the shape of your tip of your hat is completely different from mine. We've decided to alter it to make it both more accurate to the source material and also easier to sew. You can refer yourself to this picture to see what it looks like now. Keep in mind that this doesn't affect any of the sewing steps. Cut a few notches into your curve and overlock them together. I'd originally overlocked my seam before cutting my notches, but it's better to do it the other way around. By overlocking your seam after cutting your notches, it will keep your seam secure from unraveling. I've made a little sample from muslin to illustrate this. Once you've ironed all your seams open, you can turn your hat inside out. To the best of your abilities and with whatever equipment you have available, iron out your hat. This step would be made much easier with the use of a longer cylindrical sewing ham or a tailor clapper. Next, you'll be closing the band piece into a loop. Fold the piece in half, right side to right side, align your edges, and sew shut. Make sure to press your seam allowance open. To help with the following steps, fold your band in half along the longest length, wrong side to wrong side, and iron it. This will create a visual fold line that will be greatly helpful later on. I unfortunately did not do that and realized how helpful it would have been. Right side to right side, align the band of the hat to the hem of the hat. Keep in mind that the seam on the band lines up with the center back of the hat. Every other seam will line up with a notch, so make sure that everything is well aligned. Use pins if this helps keep everything in place. Once everything is well positioned, sew the two together. Now, before folding the band towards the inside of the hat, overlock the edge that has yet to be sewn to anything. The best way to finish the end of an overlock stitch is to use an embroidery needle to loop the end of the stitch back into the overlocked edge. This makes for a clean and solid finish. Iron the seam allowance of the hat and band towards the inside of the band. Using your already existing fold, fold your band over the seam allowance and pin it in place. If you do not have the pre-existing fold, such as myself, you can always eyeball it. Just make sure that the edge of the band is folded at least 1 centimeter past the seam. Align everything properly and stitch your band shut with a stitch in the ditch. For more info on what a stitch in the ditch is, I'll be linking a video in the description box below. This is from one of my personal channels, but you can still use it as a reference. To make sure that the hat stays in place when worn over your hair or wig, you can sew a small hair clip at the center front. Okay, once this is sewn in, you are done. Hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please make sure to leave them in the comments box below. If you like this kind of content, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell for more cosplay tutorials. If you'd like to know more about our upcoming projects, feel free to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Until next time, good luck with your projects.